The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning, everyone. This is Tony Butler with Insurance Agency Marketing Services. I want to thank you again for joining our webinar this Monday morning. It's always greatly appreciated when you guys do attend our webinars, so just wanted to throw that out there. I'm the Life Sales Director here at Insurance Agency Marketing Services, and today's webinar, we are going to be discussing North American's WriteAway underwriting process along with some additional product information. We have AJ Staffsling that is on the line, and he's going to go over some new and exciting things with North American. But before we do that, a couple of housekeeping items that I would like to bring up to everyone. First and foremost, here at IAMS, we do appreciate referrals, just like you as agents get your business on referrals. We'd like to reward you for referring other agents to us. So when you do refer an agent to us and they get contracted with Insurance Agency Marketing Services, we do pay you $50 referral bonus. If they submit business on those carriers or with those carriers that we get them appointed with, you do receive 20 basis points on the business that they do write. If you have any questions regarding our referred producer program, please don't hesitate to give me a call. Also, for those of you that are new producers, if you are a new producer within the first 180 days of getting appointed with one of the carriers that we work with, we do have 3 different levels to where you can get some incentives. We have the 100,000, 300,000, and 500,000 level incentives, and that's business that is written. So for the $100,000 level, you can get a $750 cash bonus, a 2-year producer website, or an iPad. If you think you're going to do more business, you can hold off on that and go for the $300,000 level, where we can provide you with Social Security program and a 3,000 piece mailer, or a 2,000 marketing reimbursement dollars, or a $1,500 gift certificate. Now, if you think you're really going to hit it hard and think you can achieve the $500,000 level, we do have either a 5,000 or 4,000 piece mailing seminar coaching with 2 of our top producers, Matt Gill and Dave Pember, or you can bypass that and take our Ritz-Carlton travel package. So if you want additional information on that, again, please feel free to give me a call. Now here at IAMS, we do have back office support for you. We'd like to help you work smarter, not harder. So we're here for you from case design all the way up until you submit an application. We provide you with status updates. Our case managing team is probably one of the best in the business. They do provide status updates every 3 days. So be sure to ask me in regards to that. For those of you agents that have gotten contracted or have gotten or think about getting contracted here with us, a lot of times you're looking at a lot of paperwork when you're submitting appointments for carriers. We do offer paperless contracting, so if you get appointed with the carrier, we can get all that information saved. So if you want to get appointed with additional carriers, you can bypass all of the paperwork. So again, feel free to give us a call. We also have a creative marketing solutions team. Jacob and his team do a great job of helping agents with online marketing projects, helping with logo designs, business cards, things like that. So if you have any questions about maybe getting into the social media arena with your business, or you're looking to rebrand some things with your business, please don't hesitate to give Jacob and his team a call. Now, our IAMS website is a 24/7 website. Our website allows you to be able to access forms, applications. We do on the life side have a term quoter as well as a universal life quoter, so you can actually go to our website to run your own quotes if you need to for term products and guaranteed universal life products. We also have, for those of you that are annuity producers, we do have an annuity grid for you that provides you with information on the carriers that we work with on the annuity side and the different percentages that are available, as well as long-term care product grid. So be sure to visit our website. It's www.iamsinc.com. For those of you agents that do work with us, if you don't know or you've heard a little bit about it, we do have a retirement analyzer. We do provide a 30-day free trial basis on this. Marcus Solar, who is our annuity director, he's kind of our specialist with this retirement analyzer. What this analyzer does allow you to do is answer important questions from your clients, like, can I continue my present standard of living into my retirement years? When can I retire without running out of money? Or how would it affect my family if I were to die prematurely? Again, it's a 30-day free trial basis for those producing agents. If you're producing $250,000 in annuity production, the retirement analyzer is offered to you free. If you're producing $250,000 in single premium life, it is also offered to you free. So if you have any questions on that, feel free to give Marcus a call. Our IAMS Wealth Management team is available for you as well. We're about 24 months into this. Joan, Charles Jr., as well as Mike, they can answer some questions for you as far as increasing revenue, improve client retention, and strengthen client relationships. So don't hesitate to give them a call. Now, we do have a Life and Annuity Academy that we try to put on at least once a quarter. We just came back from one, and our next one is going to be September 18th through the 20th. It's going to be in Des Moines. What we do with the Annuity Academy is we do fly you in. It's an all-expense paid trip for you as the agent. We discuss different sales ideas and strategies, large life case marketing, what's happening, what does happen with the business on both the life and the annuity side. We like to provide you with information on. So it's not more about product, but more about sales ideas and sales concepts to help you grow your business. If you are interested in the Life and Annuity Academy, I do have a polling question that I'm going to bring up here. Give me just a second to bring that up. Having a little issue here with the questions. Hold on. Let's get out of that. All right. Sorry about that. It looks like it's not going to come up. Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right. There we go. So if you'd like more information in regards to our academy, please check yes or no. I'll keep this up for a little bit. All right, looks like we're almost done here. All right, so I'll go ahead and close that out. Okay, and finally, our 2019 Marketing Summit is being held August 25th through the 29th. It's going to be in Naples, Florida. The invitation period for this is January 1st through June 30th. You're eligible to attend this with either $3 million in annuity premium, 1.5 in Medicare supplement premium, 2.25 of either single premium life or life target premium, 250,000 for life target premium, excuse me, or 600,000 in long-term care premium. We already have a ton of agents that have already qualified for this trip. If you are thinking that you're pretty close to being qualified, or you'd like to have information on how close you are to be qualified for the trip, please give me a call. Be able to get your production information and provide that to you and let you know. So with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this over to AJ, and AJ is going to go over North American's WriteAway underwriting process as well as some product information. So let me get this turned over to AJ. So AJ, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, I can see your screen.
Can you see where it says WriteAway underwriting guide, Tony?
Yes, I can.
Perfect. Well, I definitely appreciate for you giving me a few minutes this morning to talk about North American. There's basically three things that I want to cover this morning. The first thing is our WriteAway process, which is more of that simplified underwriting type information that we're using here at North American now. The second thing is I want to talk about the new product that we launched 3 weeks ago, and the corresponding product that kind of goes along with it too. And then the third thing I want to talk about today is our GUL product. Obviously is a pretty big seller out there. It's a very big market. It's that low cost, guaranteed death benefit type sale that somebody wants permanent for life. Really not looking for some sort of cash value, but I also want to show you an alternative to that type of sale with one of the products that we have, okay? So the first thing I do want to cover is what you can see on the screen right now. It's called that WriteAway process that we have here at North American when it comes to sort of like a simplified type underwriting. Now, I've been doing this business for 18 years, been an internal wholesaler for 4 years, 14 years before that, I worked at a couple different MGAs. So I've seen pretty much the complete evolution of paper apps to e-applications to a lot more of the streamlined and simplified underwriting. And here at North American, we wanted to be involved in that as well. So we've had the e-application, our simple submit process, for about 5 or 6 years. And we are able to finally add more of that simplified underwriting process here with our underwriting called WriteAway. Okay, so what you can see here, this is just the field guide to WriteAway. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the parameters, the ages, death benefits, all those sort of things, how to prep a client as well. So I'm sure the majority of the people on this call are familiar with our simple submit process. That is our e-application, okay? The WriteAway process is the actual underwriting process that your healthiest clients could potentially go through using simple submit or e-app and possibly just get an offer within 2 to 3 days with maybe no paramed exam or labs or anything like that, okay? So let's just sort of jump into it. First thing is, what are you going to be using the WriteAway process for? Again, I already said it. Underwriting for your healthiest clients, maybe a way to avoid the paramed exam, but it still has the same pricing as that traditional underwriting, no additional policy fee. What are the benefits on something like this? Obviously, you guys have been in the business for a long time. It's less invasive. There's that opportunity for no labs, no exams. The e-app process, which is the only way to get the WriteAway process, is obviously going to be a lot quicker than doing those 35-page paper applications. Faster underwriting, clients can have a decision within 2 to 3 days. And ultimately, it's full commissions plus quicker processing. Well, what does that mean for you, the agent? You're going to get paid faster, okay? Now, who's eligible? I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. So up until the end of the year last year, it was ages 18 to 50 and up to $1 million in coverage, okay, which is what we still have. But at the beginning of the year, we are able to extend the ages. So now you can actually go up to $500,000 for ages 51 to 60, along with that ages 18 to 50 up to $1 million in coverage. So what we're hoping is that we're going to eventually be able to ramp up the face amount even more, maybe even go a little higher on the ages, but we'll just have to kind of see with that. What products are going to be available? Basically, it's all the products that we have. Our term, GUL, Rapid Builder, Builder Plus, the Guarantee Builder as well. The only one that you really can't use for the WriteAway process is going to be the Legacy Optimizer, which is that simplified, or not simplified, it's a single premium life product that we use for wealth transfer for those older clients. So that's the only product that we have currently that you can't use that for. The underwriting classes, you can get the standard tobacco, standard non-tobacco, preferred tobacco, preferred non-tobacco, and you can get the super preferred as well when you're using the WriteAway process. And then we'll occasionally allow like a flat extra to go through as well. It just depends on what the situation is. We don't allow internal replacements, and the only state right now that it's not approved in for the WriteAway process is going to be California. And we all know, if you've been doing this business a while, that California is very difficult on things like this, as well as living benefits. So hopefully eventually we'll get to that point where they do kind of allow us to do that business and use the WriteAway process in California. So scrolling down here, we get this question all the time. How will I know if my client is required to submit labs after that initial process? We actually notify the MGA, somebody like IAMS, and we will notify the agent as well within 3 business days if there's something additional required. Now, let's go down to this. How do I apply for WriteAway? Step 1, well, obviously, like I said at the beginning, you have to use the simple submit e-application process with your client. And if they meet all those pre-qualifying requirements, ages, as well as the death benefit, they can actually apply for the WriteAway process. Again, have to use simple submit e-app, okay? Now what? Step 2 is the phone interview. So within 12 hours from when you take that simple submit e-application for your client, they're going to get a call from ESP, Elite Sales Processing, and they're going to ask them questions, obviously health, all those sort of things, and take that information along with getting some of the background information from public records, and then it goes on to the 3rd step. What's the first step of that? Well, maybe no labs are needed. The case is approved. You and the client are notified whether they get the rating or not within 2 or 3 days. So they could go right through the process in 2 or 3 days, get that possible super preferred rating and not have to do anything additional. Or the alternative is this. Labs might be needed. We're going to notify the agent that the case now has to go through traditional underwriting. Well, why would it have to? Well, something probably came up in the background, and the underwriter is going to say, hey, you know what? We got some information here. We need to get a little bit more. So that's when they'll go through traditional underwriting. We might ask for measurements, labs, parameds, an APS or something like that. And then once that decision is made, the notification is going to be sent through your pending business report. So then you will find out. Now, we get this question a lot. How do I prepare the client? Well, think about it. You know, if they're going to get a phone interview, you need to have them prepped, right? So you're going to want to have them know their prescriptions that they might be on, any sort of major health issues they've had in a couple of years or currently. They're also going to want to have like family history. If maybe a parent has died of cancer or something like that, they're going to want to have all that information. Also, a big one is going to be, who are they currently using, like for their doctor? Who have they visited in the past 5 years? That's the information that you're going to want to make sure that they come prepared with for that phone interview. And then obviously tobacco history is going to be a big one. And then just the basic stuff, social security number, name, address, all those sort of things. So this is our impairment chart here. I'm not going to go through this, but this is basically if your client has something like this, they will not be eligible for WriteAway. So obviously you can see a few on here like AIDS, asthma, kidney disease, rheumatoid arthritis, seizure disorders, all these sort of things. Basically, they're going to have to go through the traditional underwriting if they have something like this. And if you have some sort of additional questions, like you're not sure if your client would be knocked out for something like this, obviously what you'd probably want to do is reach out to IAMS and say, hey, maybe we can, get this involved with an underwriter to see if they are still eligible for that WriteAway process. So I'll actually send this guide over to Tony, and he can pass this along to everybody who's on the call as well. Then we have non-medical impairments too. Obviously, what's going to be something like this: bankruptcy, DUI, if they've been declined or postponed for life insurance within the past 5 years, that might be a knockout as well. Obviously, another one too is felony charges in the past 10 years. And then we even list a build chart, the height and weight range for where there could actually apply for the WriteAway process, and we have that down here as well. And then obviously the information on ESP, that's the company who does the underwriting, and then our sales support if anybody has any additional questions. So again, when it comes to the WriteAway process, has to be done through Simple Submit. What I'm hearing right now is about 40% of the cases that they're actually going right through and they're getting some sort of offer within 2 to 3 business days. So I'm hearing quite a few good things about that right now. Again, I will reiterate this too. If you're going to be using the Simple Submit, the e-application, you definitely want to be using it through IAMS portal. I know some people try to use the North American portal, but sometimes when that happens, you lose out on the case management that IAMS can do. So you definitely want to use IAMS portal, and obviously you want to reach out to them if you have any questions on that. Okay, with that said, I'm going to move on to the next subject that we're going to talk about. So 3 weeks ago, we launched a new product. It is a new term product. So for years, we've had the Advantage term, okay? What we came out with here 3 weeks ago is more of a bare bones, no frills term insurance. So it's for those people who are looking for term insurance where they aren't really concerned about convertibility. They're really not concerned about accelerated benefits. They just need some sort of coverage for 10 or 15 years, and they want to pay the lowest cost possible. Well, that's where the classic term comes into play. You may have seen it on like Vital Suite or iPipeline or something like that when you're bringing up the quotes and you're trying to figure out like, well, wait, what's the difference between this and the Advantage term? Well, obviously the biggest difference is going to be the classic term typically has a cheaper price, okay? But the Advantage term has the conversion options, and it also has the accelerated benefits that we were able to build into the product last year. So depending on what your client is looking for, now we have 2 options for term. So I'll just go down here a little bit just to give you some of the basics on it. I'll zoom in here. This is that classic term that we just launched, 10 and 15 year only. Again, no frills, bare bones, low cost. The 10 year is ages 18 to 75. The 15 year is ages 18 to 70. The minimum face amount is $500,000. That's going to be a big difference too between the classic term and the Advantage term. The Advantage term is actually $100,000, which I'll show you real quick here. So there's the Advantage term. This is the product that has the conversion options, all the bells and whistles you might be looking for accelerated benefits with the critical, chronic, and terminal illness. And again, you can see here, minimum face is $100,000. You can see the age parameters and the guarantee periods as well. Now, one thing I do want to point out, let's say that you do have the Advantage term product, and if you convert to one of our permanent plans and you do it within the first 5 years, you can get the accelerated benefits on the new plan, the permanent plan, without any additional underwriting. Okay, and that's huge. Another part too, when it comes to conversions, you can convert to any of our permanent plans that we are selling at the time. Now, I know other companies out there do have conversion options, but a lot of the times they force you to convert to a product that is inferior. You know, it's not going to be, they don't allow you to choose from their product selection at the time. They say, hey, you can convert, but it's only to this product. It's usually not that great of a product. So a big advantage that North American is going to have here. And then just showing you here, I'll zoom out a little bit. There's our term conversion privilege on the Advantage term that we have on the 10, 15, 20, and 30 year. And then you can see we have the critical, chronic, and terminal illness. We were able to add that to our policies about 9 months ago, and we did not increase the price. So just to recap, the classic term, bare bones, no frills, no accelerated benefits conversions, but it's going to be a lower cost. We are going to use that a lot for covering business loans. And then the advantage term, that is all the bells and whistles, conversions, accelerated benefits, goes to a lower face amount, all those sort of things. Okay, so I'm going to move on. I know I'm kind of jumping all over here, wanted to cover quite a few different things. So we know right now that in the insurance industry, a very popular product and concept is that low cost GUL. And I mean like a guaranteed universal life plan, guaranteed for, maybe to age 100, maybe to age 120, where the client really isn't looking for cash value, but they're looking for something permanent, low cost. Obviously with us, we've had this product for years. It's our custom guarantee. So that fits the bill. It's a guaranteed death benefit that goes all the way to age 120. With us too, we don't have any charges or fees after age 100. So if it runs to age 100, it automatically goes to age 120. There's really very little cash buildup, only in the first few years. And then typically the cash kind of drops off just like anybody else would. And then it's just a GUL for life. So what I wanted to show you is an example of this, and then I'll show you our other product I want to show you as an alternative. So here's an example. I'm going to scroll down here. Okay, so you can see here, I built this. It's a 55-year-old female looking for $500,000 in coverage. Now remember, at the time of sale, they want low-cost GUL, not really too concerned about cash value, right? So what this shows is monthly on the premium, I'll even zoom in, for $500,000 to go to age 120, it's $503.38, okay? So you got the 55-year-old female, preferred non-tobacco, $500,000, going to age 120, the monthly EFT, $503.38. Now remember that, write that down, $503.38, okay? So now I'm gonna scroll down into the ledger so you can see how it actually looks. Again, not really looking for cash value. So you can see there's the premium going in on the left-hand side. There's a little bit of cash value that obviously is going to drop off after a few years. You got the $500,000 death benefit going all the way out. I'll scroll down so you can keep seeing it, how you're paying the premium to age 100, death benefits $500,000 guaranteed. There's no more premium after 100, death benefit going out to age 120 on a guarantee, okay? So another part I want you to look at here is where it says down below at the bottom, this proposal code right here says 5415. What that means is that is the commissionable target on this plan, okay? 5415. So the premium, 503.38, and then the commissionable target was 5415, okay? So I'm writing those down. Now, I'm going to show you something different. This is a different product that we have. It's called our Guarantee Builder IUL4. So the premise on this product is basically a hybrid between a GUL and an IUL. First and foremost, when you're selling this to a client, they're probably looking for the guaranteed death benefit, right? They're looking for a pretty low cost to get this all the way out for the rest of their life. So that's what you would use this for as well. What's great about this though, is you get the upside potential because it is an indexed universal life plan. And I'm going to show you that it's not much more expensive to get this plan and to get all that potential cash value that you would not get with just a plain GUL. So I'm going to go down to the next page. So when I did the solve, it's the same client. 55-year-old female, preferred non-tobacco, death benefit $500,000. Look at the premium, $526.91. And on the GUL, it was $503.38. So if I do some quick math on that, it's only $23 more on the Guarantee Builder to get the guaranteed death benefit to age 120. Okay, now I'm going to scroll down into the ledger, show you a couple more pieces of this. Bear with me. So remember, this is an IUL, so you get that potential cash value accumulation because it is tied to an index. You know, we have about 12 different index options you can go with. So if you look down the right-hand side here, you can see there's cash building up. Now, let's just say, let's look at age 75, year 20. Now, let's just say that they earn 6% interest each year for 20 years. Okay, now, honestly, the back testing of the S&P 500, this is actually being a little bit conservative for what the market has actually returned. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So if you look here, the surrender value in 20 years is at almost $114,000. Okay. Now I know you're thinking, now the initial part of the sale was you wanted a guaranteed death benefit for life, right? Didn't really care about cash value. Well, what if something changes? What if 20 years down the road, they don't need the death benefit anymore and they want to have something, you know, like an exit strategy or something like that? They want to be able to get some of the money out. Well, with that plain GUL, you don't have that option because there's no cash value. Where with this, for just $23 more a month, you get this potential cash value. Look at this amount of money, just under $114,000. Okay. Now, just to reiterate to this is the guaranteed death benefit still does go to age 120. I want to make sure you see that on the left-hand side. This guarantee, 500 grand, goes all the way out to age 120. Another part of this I want to focus on, the bottom right-hand corner right here. I don't know if you can see that number, but that's that commissionable target that we're talking about. Well, on that GUL, it was 54.15. And on this GIUL, the guarantee builder, it's $59.75. That's over $500 more in commissionable target. So you get the upside potential for your client. You still get the guaranteed death benefit to age 120, and you're going to make more money as an agent. Okay. So I just wanted to show you that real quick here because there's quite a few people who are just quoting the GULs I see out there, and they're really not looking at something like this. Well, this is a great alternative for you to look at as an agent and to potentially show your clients. So that is basically what I had. Just wanted to see possibly if anybody had any questions. Tony, anything to add on any of these things?
No, I think that this is something that a lot of agents could use. So what I wanted to do was just open it up for a few questions. If you guys have any questions, please type those in and we'll see if we can get AJ to answer those. So are there any questions at all? Okay, it looks like we don't have any. I'm going to go ahead and take control of this again. All right. So just a couple of final items here. If you would like more information on the WriteAway process, I've got a polling question here. Please answer either yes or no, and we'll make sure to get that information out to you. It looks like we got quite a few yeses here, AJ.
I like to hear it.
Okay. Oh, even more. They're coming in. They're coming in.
Tony, one thing I do want to add, I forgot to mention. So we do have a microsite at North American where anybody can go to it. You don't need a login. You don't need a password. You can get all of our marketing materials, whether it's the information on the WriteAway process or our simple submit or any of our products. Our web events are listed. All those sort of things are on there. So I'll send that to you and you can just pass that along.
Okay.
The only thing you can't do from that site is build an application.
Okay.
You don't even need to be appointed to jump on there, but it's an unbelievable resource.
Okay, great. Appreciate it. And that's actually a nice segue, because my next question is going to be for those of you agents who are not appointed with North American and would like to get appointed with North American through IAMS. I'm launching a poll question there. If you could just answer yes or no. And if you're currently appointed and you need to check to see if that appointment is active, we can check that out for you as well. So, all right, and for those of you that have answered yes, I will get back to you today on what we need to do to get you appointed. So I'll go ahead and close that out. Okay. So again, if you have any additional questions that you might come up with after this webinar, please feel free to give us a call here at 800-255-5055. Again, our number here is 800-255-5055. My name is Tony Butler. I am the Life Sales Director here. You can either call that 800 number and ask for me, or you can shoot me an email at tony@iamsinc.com. Once again, I want to thank you guys for joining our webinar. I know you guys are busy, and to start off the work week with the webinar sometimes can be a little taxing, but I think we've gotten some valuable information from you, AJ, today. So greatly appreciate you taking time out of your day to present this information to us.
Appreciate it, Tony.
All right. Again, thank you, everyone. Hope you guys have an outstanding week, and I look forward to talking to you guys soon. Thanks again. Bye.
Thanks, everybody.
Yep, thanks.